Although every job has its hardships, it is agreed that parenting is the toughest job out there, providing for, raising, and taking care of a tiny human being whose needs to keep changing and growing is the most challenging job. So we thought that the least we can do is provide some tips from parents to parents that may help make the job a tiny bit easier. Some of them may definitely strike you as a little odd, but they are all worth a try, and you can count on some of them being actually quite brilliant. So read on to find out what the connection is between loose change, glue, and your children's shoes, and how that combination can contribute to the life of a parent. A ready sweeper, the minute they can do so, babies like to crawl everywhere. They want to do so. So why not channel that energy into something useful for the whole household? Just attach some dusters onto their onesies and you're in for a win-win situation for everyone. Okay. We don't mean get your kid to crawl through dust after you haven't cleaned the floor for months. Just for touch-ups. Making medicine easy. Getting your baby to take their dose of medicine is not always easy, but we have a solution for you. Just cut of the end of a pacifier and put a medicine dropper in the resulting hole, and everyone's happy. Tearless showers. It can be quite difficult as a parent when you have to give your baby a bath, and you watch their eyes fill up with tears because of the water and/or soap get into their eyes. We suggest using an umbrella band to avoid this problem, allowing for a relaxing bathing experience with zero water in eyes situations. Do-it-yourself beach playpen. Having a nice day out at the beach with your little one is definitely a realistic aim. To help you be relaxed and not worry about them crawling off towards the water, make your own improvised playpen. All you need is a fitted sheet, which you can prop up by securing each corner with your bags. Zort it. Personal space. If you have a number of small children, long trips in the car can be a challenge, with lots of arguments and hands getting out of control. You can introduce an element of personal space by putting a divider in between each seat. Good habits for a lifetime. There is no better time to accumulate good habits than from a young age. If they like to play with race cars or have a collection of small toys of one sort, you can create a rack for each toy to be stored individually, helping them create good organizational habits that could last a lifetime. Trojan juice. Although we are not in favor of lying to your children, this is one we will make an exception for because it's pretty brilliant. Give your child their preferred drink, but with a secret straw in the back plugged into their medicine. Might be best to hand them the soda or juice after they have finished the medicine to keep tantrums at bay, as well as allowing you to not feel terrible about the lying part. Square cleaning. When was it decided that cleaning up is not compatible with fun time? Try putting some tape around a floor, tile, or any space you designate, and then ask your little one to sweep up the mess into the designated space. Ta-da! Cleaning is now a game. They can enjoy themselves, learn a life lesson, and actually help clean up too. Multiple use shower caddy. One of those things you may never have thought of, but when you know about it, it seems so obvious. Another use for a shower caddy is a meal tray, especially useful for long car journeys, minimizing the stress of food mess on your child and on your car. Window fun. A fun way to help pass the time on a flight or a long car ride is with stickers. Kids love stickers. Just make sure they are the easy-to-remove type. Less mess drip. Everyone loves a popsicle no matter how old we are, but children have a tendency to have theirs in the messiest way possible. Just put the stick through a coffee lid so it can catch all the messy melting bits. Snack portions. Children often want a snack during the day, and going to and from the kitchen for snacks can become a bit annoying after a while. A solution for this can be to organize the snacks into portions ready to munch, allowing the kids to get the snacks themselves in portions you trust. Motivate your teen to clean. Teenagers are notorious for living in a mess and doing everything they possibly can to avoid cleaning their rooms. Sometimes all they need is a little motivation. Pie clocks. Getting your kids to stick to a schedule can be quite a challenge. The challenge is not just dealing with any disobedience issues, it is also trying to stick to your own routine too. A helpful tool is to assign different colors to tasks and divide the clock accordingly, which helps your kids to know their own schedule too, as well as a visual aid to help you keep on track. Avoiding sticky situations. Your young child locking themselves in the bathroom by mistake is something that if it has ever happened to you before, you know you never want it to happen again. Avoid these stressful situations with the help of a simple rubber band. Cool spritzing. Getting into a car on a particularly hot day is never a pleasant experience, But you can cool down the hot seat belts with a small spray bottle holding water you can keep in the car. Trampoline safety. You can cover the metal clips on the trampoline with pool noodles to help keep their little feet and hands safe and avoid accidents. No-waste rubber bands have many uses. You can secure a rubber band around the nozzle of the pump of the soap bottle to limit soap waste. Keeping your apples fresh. Avoid browning apples in your child's lunchbox by putting the chopped-up apples in a bag with a little salt and then shake it up with some water. The salty taste won't remain, but it will help keep your apples fresher throughout the day. Sneaky scratch cover-up kids wear and tear much quicker than the rest of us tend to, but don't worry about it. Just get a crayon in a similar shade to the shoe and it won't be noticeable. Cleanup time. Game time. Accelerate cleanup time by making it into a game. You just need an egg timer and you can watch them clean up in no time. Color coordination. When you are heading out to a busy place, such as a mall with the whole family, dress everyone in matching clothes, which will make it loads easier to identify your children in the middle of a busy crowd. Saying goodbye to pacifiers. The time comes when you need to encourage your baby to separate from their pacifier. When this time comes, begin cutting a piece of the end of the pacifier off, and soon enough, they will not like the feeling and there will be nothing left to suck. Just make sure there are no sharp edges.